Yeah. There you go, Rick. Hang on a second, where are we? Comments. You pretty was waiting for Jono to get here. He shouldn't be far away. Yeah, been good the last couple of days. I think it was Thursday. It was pretty bad. I haven't did it in bloody heat. I felt pretty sick for a while. Last night I was still a bit knackered. I still had a good sleep last night. That made me feel a lot better. Now I just coughed out some bloody dinner. Yeah, well, it's only the start of summer, so we got plenty more coming, I think. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but well, at least you can hibernate. You'd be right. You got an air-conditioned train. Yeah, I just bloody nearly finished my work for the year. Just got a few more days to go. I think we've got a few more cooler days this week, so I wouldn't be surprised after that it'll start getting warmer. Where is everybody? Pedro's on his way down to Hua Hin, so he won't be on tonight. There you go, Saul. Behaving yourself. I've got a present for you. Hang on a second. Where is it? Hang on a minute. Oh, there's trouble. There you go, Jono.
G'day.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
G'day, Ray. Sorry I'm late, mate. I've had a bit of a nap and after a little bit to wake me up. No, that's 2 nights in a row he's done it to me. Too busy poking his head in the computer.
Yeah, right.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we? G'day, Rick. How are you, Sol? Oh, how's your day been, Ray?
No, not bad. I didn't do much, mate. I just the other day, Thursday, I sort of overdid it. I knew it was going to be hot, but it sort of knocked me around a bit. But anyway, last night I slept about 9 hours. I never do that. Then I had a nap during the day, and I feel good now. There you go, Andy.
G'day, Andy, old mate. How are you, mate?
Yeah, so it's been yeah. I'll start doodling in shortly.
I saw TMW put up a nice vid, Ray.
Did he?
Yeah, he put up a nice vid of some Buddhist temples.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw it on YouTube.
Of all his travels, I thought it was very good.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Yeah, there's a nice place over there. Yeah, you going on, mate? Oh, just bloody Blake and I come around. He got a Chevy. Plus, he's always telling me how much of an expert he is, and he couldn't get the bolts out of the bloody bumper bar. I've got a new one. I've got to go to a car show tomorrow. Oh, fuck's sake! I've been rooting around all afternoon. Brought him around. It took me 5 minutes.
That's cheaper. Yeah.
He got the die grinder out. Yeah. Took the side off and bang, hit him with a fucking cold chisel, and they flew off. There you go. Now piss off.
Yeah, I saw you saying before. Pete's on his way down to Hua Hin.
Yeah.
He'll be in for a big night tonight, I'd say. I think his mates are coming up from down south to meet him today too.
Be on the run, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Oh, it should. He's up for a big night. Yeah,
that's going to be fun. I've got to talk to Pete about that. I haven't spoken to him about it yet.
Sort of Argentina got knocked out of the World Cup.
I don't follow it much. But no,
I just noticed Argentina got banged out by I think it was Croatia. Knocked them out.
It's a big deal. How many more games they got before the final?
I don't know, Ray. I'm just goes on for about a month or something. Doesn't it? 3 weeks for a month.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Never got into soccer, but I think it's the most bloody popular bloody football game in the world, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
There you go, Steve Morris.
Hey there, Steve. G'day, mate.
There you go, Zimmy. Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, she's pretty full on, It's just, I like my league, but still, I like Australia winning no matter what we play.
Oh, God, what the dramas here.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn here. Yeah, that'll do us.
Oh, Brazil lost, was it? I think.
Sorry, Ray?
I think Zimmy's. I don't know. Oh, Brazil lost. I don't know. I don't follow it.
Was it Brazil? Was it? Brazil or Argentina?
Yeah, bigger than the Olympics. Yeah, I suppose, a lot of people love it, but yeah, the level of fitness is incredible, eh? You got to be bloody totally fit to play it, but,
Oh, yeah. You run for 2 hours, don't you, virtually?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just bloody, I just like staring at people that love it. I don't hate it, it's just, I'd just rather watch the league, Argentina went through.
I don't know about you, Ray, but I've got the show shown on YouTube, and I've got it shown on on the feed which we do it on live.
Yeah.
Well, the feed we do it on is absolute crystal. It's crystal clear. Those two are avatar and my picture, and everything's crystal clear. And once it hits YouTube, and it goes on the MDN, it's all blurry and fuzzy and God, strike me. Like makes you wonder.
Oh, well, they're taking more and more away. They don't sort of really. They're not too bothered about their customers and stuff. You know what I mean? The supported people that support.
It's all that street. They're doing something. Got some new part of StreamYard or something like that, or webinars or seminars or something. I don't know. Some new feature on it. I haven't bothered to investigate it yet.
Yeah,
it'll all fall into line, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, I think we've pretty much got all the bells and whistles on this one, haven't we?
Yeah.
When Jay set it up, but I don't know why it all works.
Dude, I've been watching. I think I mentioned the other week. I've been watching those, all the reruns of James Bond.
Yeah.
And there's a different one on every night down here in Melbourne. Last night they did The Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah.
I saw that. I thought, I sort of looked at it because of Thailand, and it's all taken in Thailand, and that was good. And I think it was Britt Eklund. She was she was a top little sword in her day. But I thought to myself, how did Roger Moore ever get to be James Bond? Now, really, what a, and like it just seemed to me like a real pussy. Oh, like like fair dinkum, like just a real pussy, compared to the other ones, like
Sean Connery,
Sean Connery, and then George Lazenby, and what the modern day bloke, I forget what his name is. What's his name?
Oh, I've got no idea.
Like he's sort of, they're all sort of rough, rough diamonds, but Roger Moore, what a pretty boy.
Sean Connery, if he's in anything, it's usually good because he just brightens up anything he's in. He's a hell of an actor.
He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Brilliant actor.
Tell you another one too. I like if he's in it, I always watch it, and that's Anthony Hopkins. He's an excellent actor.
Hopkins. Oh yeah. I tell you, he's still acting, and he still pokes his head up now and again. Is Michael Caine.
Yeah, I saw one the other day actually, but Ben made it in 2009. I thought it was a bit newer. But I think bloody what do you call Bruce Willis? He's sick apparently. Anyway, he can barely get out of bed, and he's still making bloody movies. So I don't know why he's bothering. Fucking hell.
Is he got Alzheimer's or something, or he's got some disease where he? I'm not sure. I did read about it.
Yeah, let's take it all up. See if I can Google it.
You'd think at his age, stage of life, and his health's not well. He'd have enough money, wouldn't he? Why do you need to continue acting? I bet what he can't remember his lines anymore.
Yeah.
It's what if you're an actor, would it?
Yeah. Rush system, or something like that.
Oh, I don't know what the technical name is, right?
Yeah. Aphasia diagnosis, or the rush system, or something bloody. I don't know what it is.
That's it, old mate. Daniel Craig. He's a rough diamond. When Daniel Craig got it, who was it that bloke he played? He looks a bit like Daniel Craig, a little bit like him, but he was in the Two Popes. I forget his name. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, that's it. Bruce Willis has got. It's a disorder that makes it hard for a person to communicate.
Yeah, God, him for Two Popes. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he'd bloody take it easy now. Look, shit. He would have made a few bucks.
Oh, the young Pope was called, wasn't it?
I tell you, the ones that really are starting to aggravate, get under my bloody wick. Pierce Bronson.
Who?
No, old mate just said Pierce Bronson.
Oh, yeah.
But there's that fucking Harry and was it Megan? They'd been a pair of fucking simps I've seen in a long fucking time.
What have they done now?
Oh, it's just their presence in the fucking world is starting to irritate me. Like now they've been doing a series on how hard done by he is. They fucking fly around in a private jet. How hard done by got it? She's never been as rich as what she is now with him. Like, give me a break, Like, what an embarrassment to the fucking monarchy.
Who's that bloke? I was thinking, what's his name? Jude Law.
Yeah.
I thought he'd make a good. He would have made a good, James Bond.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor. He's a good one.
He's a good actor. Yeah, he's played in a lot of varying roles.
I tell you another guy I followed. He always seems to play good parts in true story movies, and that's that Cuba Gooding Jr. He's been in a lot. Cuba Gooding Jr. He's just an actor. He was in that Tuskegee Pilots. I think he's African American. But anyway, he's in that Tuskegee Pilots. They made a movie about him. They were sort of big top secrets during the war. They were all coloured pilots, and they were really good. And a lot of the bloody the guys they saved didn't like the idea of getting saved by a bunch of black guys, sort of thing. But they were sort of around Europe. They had like a red tail on their bloody planes. They had fighter planes, and they used to escort like bomber groups and stuff like that. And then there's another one he was in too. That's Men of Honor, I think it was, when he was a skin diver, first black skin diver during the Second World War. Another one he made was an excellent movie called Gifted Hands. He was a neurosurgeon. He worked in Johns Hopkins University. Johns Hopkins. Some big famous hospital over there, and he revolutionized the procedures to separate Siamese babies, children, joined at the skull and stuff like that, He's a sex fiend. Zimmy's calling someone a sex fiend.
Yeah, you might be calling that Jude Law a sex fiend. I don't know.
I don't know.
I told you I was had a bit, a bit tired. It's on the M-Roy R-Sibs, the M150s, right?
What are they?
It's very similar to the Red Bull.
Oh, right. No, yeah, fair enough.
Very similar to the Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh, that actor. Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you get hold of the story and they twist it all around because half the people believe it. I don't believe it, But anyway, he's a good actor. I like his movies. It's bloody funny watching bloody Elon Musk. He's really getting those fucking lefties triggered.
He's still sacking them, isn't he?
Oh yeah, man. The place that hadn't gone as good as what it has since he sacked the president. Fucking, they didn't even want to work. They didn't want to work. It's a fucking joke. But anyway, oh man, I think they seem to be paying bloody $44 billion just to prove a point.
What was it? The bloke, it was the managing director at Twitter or something. He was on 180 million or something.
Uh-huh.
And Elon Musk walked in and sacked him in the first 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that bloody.
That would affect finances a little bit, wouldn't it? That would sort of, alter the rent payments. What rent you're going to be paying for the rest of your life.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I think Biden was given bloody. I think it's General Motors and another big car company over there. Like trying to get him to build electric cars. And praising him up, but he doesn't like Musk. So he give him no. He doesn't even give him a fucking word. So Musk turned around. He said, "I think I might just go and buy bloody GM."
God.
That'll fucking be said. But I think he's going to start buying some of the built. So they're not selling many cars, and they've got to shut down some of their plants. So I think he's going to start buying a few of the empty plants, so he could because he's selling so many Teslas now. It's just more cost efficient just to buy a plant and modify it rather than build it from the ground up. I wouldn't mind his money. But Tesla's, he makes these big bucks out of that bloody SpaceX. He can he's got a big contract with NASA.
Mate, how do you acquire that much money? It's just obscene.
Oh,
people starving in the world, and plenty of one of those got more money than Like he started counting his money now, he'd never finish, would he?
Exactly.
You couldn't count that far.
Hey, how many people could you hire? You still couldn't count it. He must be. He's worth. I don't know. The richest man in the world. You got to give him respect for that. But South African,
Is he? But, I didn't know that.
South African. I buddy watching the thing the other day that James Woods, I think it was Tucker Carlson was interviewing him. They were talking about the American Constitution. The American Constitution was written by two men that weren't even 20 years old.
Yeah? Yeah,
one was 18, one was 19-year-old, and they wrote the fucking American Constitution. He did say their names. I just, he's supposed to be a highly intelligent guy, that James Woods. I watched a thing about him years ago. But he just liked acting, so he got into acting. He couldn't get anything. But I don't know.
Hey, Capio. It's like, Ray, have you seen that Uluru statement from the heart?
No, here you go, Capio.
They're trying to bring into legislation. Have you read it?
No, what's that about?
Oh, it's the rights of what the Aboriginal people want is recognition in the Constitution. We're going to have a referendum on.
Yeah.
And it's I think the National Party came out recently and they put the mockers on it, said they're not going to be voting in favour of it. That's the end of that. If they put the mockers on it. But I don't know. I've spoken to several people, and asked their opinion on it, and no one I've spoken to yet has actually read it. It's only about it's only about 300 words long, 300, 400 words long, but it's the most succinct, the most succinct, piece of writing, for the benefit of, of Australia, I've ever read. It's not necessarily biased to Aboriginals, and it's very, very objective in its attitude. And I'll tell you what, one thing for the Australian Aboriginals, thank God they're not a violent people.
No. I will have had a hell of a hard time, back in history.
Right.
But sort of again, they weren't the first ones in Australia. There was another race of people here before them. They killed them, sort of thing. So, they go fucking, but anyway. But no, it's still, it's, I don't know what they did when Tasmania went through Tasmania. Just that big line of people and just shot them all, killed them. That was pretty bad.
Oh, they wiped out all the Tasmanian Aboriginals, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Looks like Capio reckons he's stranded at the airport. Now it's snowing.
Beetrooter. What the fuck? I think Saul's having a go at Zimmy, I think. I don't know.
The beetrooter. I think he's referring to who was the leader of the Nationals? What's his name? Barnaby.
Oh, Barnaby Joyce.
Barnaby Joyce, the beetrooter, I think he's referring to him. That's,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he didn't have to read anything to oppose it. You had to be right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like
that. Zimmy, the entire airport. Oh no. Oh, poor bugger.
They really got their shit together. These bloody air buddy traffic, mobs these days, haven't they? Airports and stuff, and the bloody
Oh,
baggage handlers.
I couldn't believe it when Pete said to me, he said, they'd left the kids' luggage in Melbourne. I said, oh, no. Really, Jetstar. Like you wouldn't get on if your life depended on it, I reckon, nowadays. Although I did see they got some cheap fares for about $800 in, I think it's in, what is it, March or April. I think they had some fares, less than $1,000.
There you go. Yeah.
G'day, Shano. How are you, mate?
Joke at the moment. The stockholders are laughing. They're making money.
There was an article, I think, or not an article, there was something on the ABC the other night saying that you can forget the times of cheap air travel.
Yeah.
That's all out the window now. You won't be getting any cheap airfares ever again.
Yeah.
Because the price of aviation fuel.
Yeah.
That's all out the window, and air travel is going to be once again become one of the pursuits of the wealthy. When people want to travel now in Australia, they'll be jumping in a caravan or they'll be going interstate locally or something like that. But international travel is virtually off the books.
Yeah. Well, fuck it hell. No more travel to Pattaya.
No more travels to Pattaya. Oh God.
Oh man. Oh well. Bloody they won't be flying. Well, it won't bother the rich. They'll be flying around their private fucking jets. Flying around their private jets going to bloody climate change summits to make rules to call us bad people. It's hypocrisy. It just fucking makes me laugh.
Wouldn't that piss you off? Poor Capio's is the airport. I think he was travelling to Europe.
Yeah, right.
Fucking airport's closed. Like it's snowed in. They don't know when they're going to fly out. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be standing room only. You couldn't get a seat. And grouse.
Actually, I haven't been to Townsville. Been around Townsville, but never been into Townsville. Not really bothered. Wouldn't get up there now. Too bloody hot. It was going to be too bloody hot, but anyway. But it's it's getting a bit crazy. That's that bloody big thing where all the bloody world leaders go and they go and nut out all the bloody all the details of running on their countries and all that sort of shit. What they call it, policies and all that sort of stuff. Apparently they got one going at the moment with some of that thing that was going on. What the fuck is that Klaus Schwab and bloody Bill Gates doing there? They're not fucking elected. They're not elected officials. That Klaus Schwab, he wants to be. He's another fucking Hitler. He wants to have a one government bloody world party, so to speak.
Yeah, did you see what happened in Germany the other day? There was some, the police raided all these people's homes. They want to try and attempt some sort of coup. Overturn the government. Some distant prince in Germany, and I think there was an army general and a couple of politicians, and what's the world coming to, for Christ's sake? Oh God, makes you wonder. It really does. I went to the quack doctor's yesterday, and he had I had to get something cut off the side of my head. I was growing another brain out the side of me, out of my head.
Yeah, that sucks.
One of those skin tags, which was starting to annoy me. So anyway, they chopped it off, and I was talking to him. What's the world coming to? Don't people believe in giving service to anyone, or everything is just take, and what sort of legacy we're leaving for the younger generation? Imagine being a kid, in my little bloke's age, 14, hearing all these, 20, 50, 25 years time, I'll be dead. But what sort of world is it going to be, by then, when we've lost all these various species of animals, and all the ice caps have melted. And,
they keep
what a fucking and you've still got countries which are quibbling over, climate change and, we're going to do, coming to some sort of conclusion on, reducing emissions, which is destroying the atmosphere. God.
You're talking to, take it out with fucking China. They're the ones bloody the biggest polluters. They don't give a rat's ass. They're not going to change.
Jimmy reckons Instagram's killing the kids.
Yeah, social media.
I wouldn't even know what Instagram is. I'm not interested in that shit. It's like you, Ray. Like I'm on the same opinion through these YouTube shorts. See, a 7-second video or something on YouTube. What's that meant to change your fucking life? Is it?
Man, I don't watch them. They just irritate me. Like, these fucking things that pop up on Facebook, you get those little ones of those Sheilas sitting there jiggling their tits and stuff like that. And I think, fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Whatever, But I don't, what's that other one that Instagram, not Twitter, what's that other one, that bloody TikTok?
Oh, God, there's another one here.
I don't get anything bothered with that. But I deleted it just fucking all day. The fucking phone, ping, 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 ping. I thought, oh, fuck this shit. Could turn the notifications up, but I'm not really that not really that interested in it. Here you go, Perd.
What's on your agenda for the night, Ray?
No, not much. I just finished dinner. Just as I was finishing dinner, as I was bloody.
You're right. 6:30 for you. It's probably early for you. I'll go in and watch. I really got me. I normally like to go and watch a movie with a little bloke on Saturday night, but I tell you what, I'm battling and thinking of going and watch Roger Moore and The Spy Who Loved Me or something. Oh, God, fuck me. I
had coffee with a mate of mine the other day. He's been going through a lot of health issues. He had a kidney out, and he's not real good. We went like a primary school together, but anyway, he's not real good when it comes to health sort of thing. He goes to pieces sort of thing, But anyway, he's had a kidney out, yada, yada, yada. He had to buy a house near the hospital so he'd go and get done, we get his dialysis 3 days a week sort of thing and all that sort of stuff. He gets set up at home, but he just can't do it to himself. But anyway, he had to go in for a scan on Monday anyway because he'd been getting some pains in his gut. Anyway, he went and got a scan anyway. I had coffee with him on Tuesday and he said, I've got to go back and see the doctor. And the doctor called me in to go and bloody have a talk to me about it all, And he was shitting himself, because he thought, not before Christmas. Anyway, turns out it's just nothing serious. It's just his prostrate. Anyway, I told him about, what was that vinegar? What was it, apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, apple cider vinegar and honey.
Yeah, what's the dose there you do? I'll tell him about that because I said him something about that and he says, I'll find out about it.
Yeah, just a couple of spoonfuls, but I when I told you I gave you bum steer, just a couple of spoonfuls and a glass of water. You were drinking it straight.
Oh no, tell me about it.
I'm sorry about that. A couple of spoonfuls, in a glass of water is very good for you. But I have it on a lot of things, like say I'm eating prawns, I'll squirt the vinegar all over the top of the prawns. That's absolutely beautiful. And avocado. If I'm eating avocado, I'll put it on top of that. And
man, I'm eating heaps of them at the moment. They're cheap, so I'll be getting heaps of barramundi. I'm barramundi tonight for dinner. I'll just get those, the offcuts. I think I got a kilo the other day for $16 a kilo. What doesn't matter? You're going to chop it up and eat it anyway. So what's the difference, Anyway, I just fucking beautiful. That's something different.
G'day, Owen. Who's the Aussie crime family?
I don't know. I just Owen having a look.
Yeah. Well, I don't follow that. I don't know what's going on there.
Almost impossible.
I think Owen was chasing down men about odds the other day. I think they were mixing a few words with each other. He wasn't really following.
Yeah.
It's starting to come good. I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to have a Coke, right?
Yeah, right. I might even have a burger. I think it's let that food sell. Yeah, man. So, hello, mighty crime boss. Who's the crime boss? Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, it'll start getting warm up here soon enough. I think next week it'll start getting up around 30, 32. It's not too bad. You two fighting again, Owen? Well, they're going to need a fart. Hang on. No, there's a lump there. Better get the crapper. And right until Johnny gets back, I'll have to go for a potty break. Yeah, bloody cold here. Oh, yeah, Germany, it would be. Yeah, it doesn't get cold here. We usually get winter. Actually, this year was cool, but, we usually get that winter only lasts a few days, just about, so to speak, if you can call it that. Lucky we don't get snow, got no interest in that shit. What yourself, I think. Somebody, hey, Zimmy, you going to stream after? You're thinking of it.
You're right, Owen. Like, still waiting for summer here.
Yeah.
That's a joke. Absolute joke.
Temperature here, it's about 24 at the moment here. Yeah, 25.
25 north. We didn't have 25. Be nice.
Yeah.
30 for Cal CFC's in Ceylon, he reckons. It's 34 degrees here in Ceylon. Where are you in Ceylon Road, Cal? Wonder what he's doing there. Yeah, we're still waiting for spring, Owen. That's for sure, mate. Poor Andy Sherwood really hate Melbourne's weather. Yeah, been a Melbourne boy all my life. Changed it 4 times in a day at least.
You're still waiting for spring. What is it supposed to start a fluff stream?
Kel's in Ceylon. I spent a lot of time in Ceylon myself just recently, and going out to Thailand. I can't speak highly enough of the place.
They say that bloody Melbourne is the most livable city, and who actually takes part in these bloody, what do you call these votes, so to speak? They get fucking hell. Might have a bit of culture down there, but the ones that talk to me obviously don't take advantage.
I think they won some award. Melbourne won some award again recently. Was it the friendliest city in the world or something?
Supposed to be the most livable. Yeah, Melbourne's nice. I've been there a few times. I like it, sort of thing, but I wouldn't bloody move there. Fuck, I couldn't afford to. Over a fucking price place.
I'm going to do a search here.
Brisbane never wins. I don't think Brisbane could give a rat's ass. Only people that are biased sort of bloody vote on those things, and obviously they're bloody outnumbered by Melbourne people. What's the name of that main street? And there's all those homeless people living there?
In Bangkok? Oh, Swanson Street.
Yeah.
Swanson Street.
Yeah, but they get
the main drag.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah, they get that shit.
Every 50 feet you walk, someone's set up house.
Yeah.
That's where they sleep all day long, Piece of cardboard out the front, Merry Christmas, give me money or something. Grass.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know fucking votes on these things or who's in the committees. But, I think they're usually fucking, I think if you're happy where you live, who gives a rat's ass what others think? I'm happy where I am. I don't care. Man, I'm glad you come only probably a few weeks of the year. I've got to put a coat on. You jump in the car and only half an hour away from a beautiful beach or up in the top of the mountain range. It's nice. I like it. Homeless everywhere. Melbourne, yeah. Well, that's what I heard. I can't get ahead there.
Yeah, I'm just checking out that hotel in Ceylon. exactly where it is. Oh, I know where I am now. Yeah, right.
Death taxes, we've never had death taxes here, ever. Oh, Joe. Oh, man. Back in them, that was good them days. Fuck, there's a lot of fucking corruption in the valley. And the police commissioner, his son was running after brothels, strip clubs. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. That was, Terry Lewis's son. We used to go in there a little bit here and there. It's pretty wild in there then. Bellino's and that.
Oh, yeah, I know where we are exactly now.
What the fuck would you know about Jamie Yogi business if he he got rid of the bludgers on the bloody when they all those bloody unions were holding the bloody the state at ransom, because they were always on strike, wanting more money, and they were getting paid more than anybody else, and it was just load shedding all the time, it was fucking ridiculous. But anyway, he brought in scab labour, and holy shit, that pulled them back in the line. They sort of pulled their head. Yeah, that was interesting. Big riots everywhere. That was wild. Another 4 years of Dan, lucky bugger.
Yeah, they're going to build a big statue for him. I think if you're in office for more than 3,000 days or something, they'd build a big brass statue of you.
Lovely.
Dan's going to get a statue.
Imagine those ears, 15-pound ears.
Oh, God. Apparently, he had a picture of his daughter on with him just after he got elected. No, and she was trolled something awful, apparently.
Yeah.
That's just out of order.
I think you're doing that
little girls done no harm or no wrong. She must have been in her late teens, I think, and they've really got stuck into her. Fair dinkum. There's some low cunts out there.
Yeah, no need for that.
Of course not. Of course not.
That bloody
oh, God.
One up here, that bloody Anastasia Palaszczuk, she's a little bit bull-headed too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Some of her kind of been caught out. That one, I forget her name now. She couldn't. She forgot that she bought a high-rise unit down at the Gold Coast. I just bought it on a whim. I forgot I bought it, because she got the shit. She lost her job over it. What a load of shit.
G'day, Big W.
Yeah, Big W. What are you having, Frio? Who's that?
Do you want to open her up, Ray? Zimmy might want to pop on and say g'day.
Yeah, well, you want to get on, Zimmy?
Zimmy's always good to chat, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to put the link up, Ray?
Yeah, right. A second.
Here we go.
There you go.
Beat me to it. Well done, mate.
I don't know. The seafood salad is nice.
Pardon me, what do you have in there, mate?
No, still.
There's Zimmy.
Yeah.
Control the major, Tom. There you go, Zimmy. Here's your chance. Whack your
Oh, sorry, guys. How you going? How are we, guys?
Can
you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Leo and Frio's in. G'day, mate.
I just got the fan. I got the fan on. I just thought maybe we can hear the fan.
No, right.
When are we going to get some decent weather, eh?
Oh, it was all right today, John.
Oh, yeah, not a bad day. Yeah, not a bad day.
Have you seen next week, though?
What is it?
13, 14, 12, 14.
Oh,
This is ridiculous.
I'll have a look at ours up. This is.
Kelsey asked me a good question, Ray. Said, Sukahorn, what was the highlight of your trip to Thailand?
Oh, yeah.
Good question. Being there with Pete was, really good. Like having a mate to go out with, and with a similar mind, and like going out with a bloke like Pete, you don't have to worry about anything. You know, everything's, you know, he's got his head about him. You know there's not going to be any trouble or any drama or anything. That was good. But to be honest, the highlight of the trip was actually with Pete. You know, this morning we went down to Super Rich to change our money.
Yeah.
And we're walking out of Super Rich and we're going towards Big C, you know, to get a taxi. And you know, we're walking down the street, and you know, and I'm with, you know, speaking with Pete, you know, and we've walked past this girl in the street who was begging. You know, and you know, my wife walked past her. She didn't give this girl a second look. You know, like, you know, she was, you know, deformed. She was, you know, missing a hand. You know, it looked like she had a terrible accident. You know, when she was young.
Yeah, right.
You know, attractive looking girl. You know, like quite well dressed. You know, just sitting on the pavement on a mat.
Yeah.
And my little bloke came up to me and he said, "Dad, can I give the girls some money?" You know? And I said, "Yeah, if you want to." So I pulled out all my money and I said, "Pick what you think's reasonable." You know, well, he pulled out some money and and he's gave it to, given it to the girl. And I thought, that was, can't teach that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And then he gave it to her and I thought, really good. And then once again today, we went out and had some Jap food or something, and we went and bought a book for him to read. And as we came out of the department store, there was a girl there singing, with a guitar. Next said, "Oh, you've got any change there? I'll give the girl a couple of dollars." I said, "Oh, don't worry about it." He said, "Oh, come on, give us a few bucks, Dad." So I gave him a few bucks and he popped it in. And I thought, well, good on you, mate. There's no harm in being, a bit of considerate of others. Very good indeed. But it was when I was in Bangkok, it sort of made me proud that he considered others less fortunate than yourself.
Good lad.
Good on the little bloke. Got stuck into him before.
Yeah, exactly.
Next 2 nights in a row, you haven't woken me up. Well, what do you want to do? Say sorry? I said, of course I want you to say sorry. Well, he's dirty at me now, looking at me like that. You'll come good. You'll come good. When are you heading back, Zibby? Yeah, I think I heard you say you got a relatively cheap airfare mid next year.
Yeah, May, yeah, sort of middle May for a month. Middle May for a month. So.
There you go, Joe.
330 return, can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong there.
330.
How are you, mate? So when's the happy day? When are we getting married, Zimmy?
A long time, man. Probably never. I'm going to retire there, so maybe I might need to marry to sort of make it easier for me to stay. But
she might have different views on that.
No, it was her birthday the other day. She turned 41. I said, "Oh, you're getting a bit old for me, you know." She didn't like that.
Child women are very good in their 40s, mate. That's when I reckon they're their best. That's when they shine, in my opinion.
She's got a young mind, young face. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she's had it hard though, and looking after the kid on her own. She's at 17, the kid now, so it's a hard life. You have to work, and the government doesn't help you.
No, not one bit. Not one bit. Like if there's no social security in Thailand, that's for sure. Yeah.
I think her mum gets a pension of 600 baht a month.
Yeah, they don't get much.
It's not much in it. Like, I took them out a couple of times, and that was, 500 baht sort of thing. So 600 baht.
Yeah.
You're talking about a month's pension in one night I spent,
It's mine. All that away when we're in Thailand. She's almost 60, and and I said, "What are you worried about that for? Like it's only 500 baht a month. Straight down me throat. No, it's 600, she said.
It's gone up 600.
You're righto, but she'll just give it to the daughter,
Yeah.
Let the daughter, let her daughter, sort of.
They get the pension early there, John. The women, they get it at 60, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's 60, but by the same token, Thais aren't long livers either.
Okay, yeah. Well, the men aren't. I think the women are.
Well, see a Thai person in their 80s is quite rare. So it's not as common as what it is, here in the West. And when the Thai shillers go grey, they go grey overnight.
God.
They've all got jet black hair walking down the street. If you look closely, you can see the white roots showing through on some of them. They've all got the jet black hair. You'd love to have shares in some hair dye industry over there. You'd be making a fortune.
And that white cream stuff they put on their face to make them look a bit whiter.
That's the Burmese more so than the Thais, isn't it?
Yeah, the Burmese, yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, my little bloke, he didn't want to come back. He was really enjoying it with his with his niece and his nephew. His nephew's a little bit resentful because he's a lot older than my son. He's 18, 19, but because Jack is seniority, his mother is Jack's half sister, so he's got to bow down to some 14-year-old kid, and he's 19, so he's a little bit resentful about that. But he's a nice young lad. He's into the army next year. So that'll be good for him. G'day, Mossy. How are you, mate?
Yeah, Mossy.
G'day, mate, too. G'day, Mossy.
Owen, he understands Thai all too well, but he doesn't like to speak it. When he's put into a corner over there, he'll speak Thai. And he'll speak Thai to get by, but he doesn't like to do it. Yeah, he's smarter than the average bear, all right. Yeah, little Jackster. Yeah, he's off to a good school next year. God, you reckon? Like you've got the book list and the fees, at the new school. You'd think it was a private
kidney
school, eh?
You have to sell a kidney to pay for it.
Oh, well, most kids at high school, their fees are, about $500 a year. Not this school. It's $1,800.
How much?
$1,800.
Is it a private school or no?
It's state school. State school, Melbourne High.
Isn't it? I thought that was private. It's not.
No, it's not Melbourne Grammar.
Oh, I've got Melbourne Grammar. Sorry.
Melbourne Grammar's private. Melbourne High School's not. It's not not a private school. They had had orientation the other day, and they had a fundraiser. They put out a appeal. It's a fundraiser. To modernise some of the classrooms in the school. Have a guess how much money they got in one day's fundraising.
20? 10?
Yeah, keep guessing. Keep guessing.
Oh, 50?
$399,800. Almost $400,000 they got in a fundraiser.
Jesus.
That's all right.
There's money.
Man.
My niece is going to high school next year, but it's a private school. They're paying $30,000.
Yeah, be right. Yeah, that's right.
It's her first year in high school. It's $30,000.
Ridiculous. $200 a day.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was just good thing you haven't got phone. Oh Jesus.
You're right, Ray. It sounds like you're dying.
No, just farted, man. Good thing you can't share that.
There's a mute button, you know that.
A good one.
You've got me there,
so Melbourne High, John. Where is that? What suburb?
South Yarra.
But you live further out, don't you?
Yeah, ended up in the gully, Ferntree Gully.
Yeah, my mate lives there. So how can he be going to that school? Is it like a special disposition sort of thing?
Special entry high school. They have to
okay, yeah.
Got to sit an exam to get in.
Sit an exam, yeah, cool. Oh, well done.
6,000 kids sit for 300 positions.
Yeah.
Oh, you did well.
Yeah, Google Horns, you're not a fucking, you're no slouch.
Smartest kids in the state go there.
Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah, look, it's with respect, it's spot the white man, though. I asked him,
how
many kids in the class, and he said I think he said there was one or two, and he said the rest of Indian and Chinese extraction. Now, not that I can throw any stones. Jack's half Asian himself, being half Thai. I can't really throw any stones, but I thought to myself, what an indictment upon our education system, or our attitude towards education.
Or the parents.
Well, I spoke to my little bloke and they said to him, "Oh, yeah, what do the kids in your class want to do? Where he currently goes, and he said, "Oh, a lot of the boys, they want to do trades or they want to go and work with their dad or something like that." And I said, "What about the girls?" "Well, most of the girls want to work on the game, Dad, or become strippers or something like that. They reckon that's good money." I said, "What?" I said, "They're 14, and they're looking at 14, they want to become strippers." Yes, Joe. I did see Big W's question. I don't have an answer. What do you think about the prevalence of hepatitis B in Thailand? And the development of liver cancer at a young age. Hepatitis B, I think that might have something to do with intravenous drug. Drugs which a lot of the Thais used to take, where they're on the needle. In the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a lot of needle abuse. So they might have got their Hep B from that, or hepatitis C from that. And the development of liver cancer at a young age, I don't know. Development of liver cancer might be because of a change of diet. Thais nowadays are a lot more. You see a lot more people, young boys, girls too,
overweight.
A lot more overweight than years ago. You get some young boys, a real large units, some of them. But
not as bad as here, but it's getting like that.
Sorry, Zimmy?
I said it's not as bad as Australia, but it's getting like that. All the Western food.
Yeah, not the healthiest, is it?
Yeah, well, it's sort of I don't see, why. Why would the Thais, want to, want to eat, Western food, really, compared to some Thai tucker,
Oh, exactly.
It's the Western influence, American movies and, like I said, Instagram and all that, Facebook, and, it's a sign of, being, having a bit of money, going to a, McDonald's. It's still expensive for the locals.
Oh, too right. Certainly.
I couldn't believe it. It's similar to Australia, the prices.
I think our culture is probably as intriguing to them as what their culture is to us.
Oh, yeah.
So to speak.
100%, Ray.
Holy shit. Just looking through Marketplace, them old Kawasaki 900s, remember those, Jono?
Oh, yeah, they were grousey old quacker nines.
1974 Z1A 900 Kawasaki, $43,500.
Oh.
There's one for you, Owen. Check that out. Oh, it's on Marketplace. Holy shit.
40
good bikes, yeah.
40 grand, did you say, Ray?
40,000.
They were, I think they were, about 7,600 or something, weren't they, when they came out?
Remember that movie Stone come out, the whole fucking club rode Kawasaki 900s or 1000s, and they're all just painted different colours. I'm just freaking
nice bike.
Nice bike, fully restored, but still, you know. The Department of Transport come up the top of the street here. Greg, he had one under the house, and he sold that hour years ago. Now he sold it for 10 grand, but it was in like brand new condition. But, you know,
40 grand for Quacker.
yeah, 43. I'll send it to you. Hang on a second. What is it? Couldn't believe it. I'm sure. Where is it?
They used to move, right? They were the fastest bikes on the road at one stage,
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
they?
Oh, they were quick.
They were, and then the Japs brought out I think it was the Kaitana.
Yeah, yeah. What they call them?
Kaitana or something. And they used to leave the Quacker 9 standard.
Oh yeah. They call them bloody what's that Japanese sword? Katana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put it sort of on titanium chat.
Yeah, right. Huh?
Unbelievable. I'll send it to a couple of mates.
Jesus. What time we got? So they're going to make a move soon, right?
Yeah, 7:30. You going to hang around while heavy?
What time is it?
7:30.
Yeah, I might go 8.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to have a couple of bourbons, but it's fine.
You'll jump on?
Hey?
You'll jump on?
Are you going to go on yours, are you?
Oh, you're going to go? Or
No. You going to hang around here for a while, or you?
Yeah, I'll hang around. I'll hang around.
No worries. I was going to have a couple
I'm
of
not
bourbons.
going just yet. You don't need to boot me off just yet.
The body's still warm, right?
Few of the mates, they'll fucking blow out. I see $43,000 for a couple of quackers.
Yeah, that's unreal. See if I want to have a look at the bike here. Private chat. Here we go.
Jesus. Yeah, for a while there, you can only send buddy messages to 5 people on chat. Now you get back to normal, you can send it to heaps, you know. But
did you put it on private chat or in Facebook, right?
On the titanium admin group.
Yeah.
I just put it in there. So just a link to the marketplace.
There we go. Oh, I can't find the fucking thing.
Yeah, we'll look. Yeah, fucking unbelievable.
G'day, guys. How are you, mate?
Yeah,
I saw Pedro's vlog on Cambodia. That was pretty good. The waterfalls.
He's putting in some good some good vlogs out nowadays, isn't he?
Yeah, nice.
He's in his elements. He's becoming a natural at this. He's doing real well.
Yeah, Pedro's doing good.
He's got a good camera, whatever he's got. It's good footage. I'll watch it on the big screen and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Especially the waterfalls.
Use the GoPro.
GoPro. Yeah, nice.
I think we were talking about, I was speaking with him last night, and we're talking about a restaurant we went to, and we walked out, and Pete actually left his GoPro on the table.
Oh,
and we walked out of the joint. We went to another restaurant, and he said to me, did you pick up the GoPro? I said, no, I didn't pick it up. He said, oh, God, I've left it in the restaurant. Well, anyway, one of our mates I was with, he played along, and he said, oh, what are you going to do? And, and then he pulled it out of his bag. He said, it's all right, I picked it up off the table. And I thought, oh, well, that's good. That's top form. Like had eyes in the back of your head, covering each other's ass. He grabbed it, but that was really good form indeed. But he sort of the jaw dropped down and he went sort of white for a little while, until we realised that we had the GoPro in his possession.
Panic attack.
Oh, you'd spew, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Not cheap. They're about 800, I think. Yeah, more. But he just
they're good cameras.
Yeah, and tiny little things. They're amazing.
They're good during the day. I think at night they're not the best, but during the day they're really good.
I've got whacked enough sugar in me. A can of Coke and an M150, Red Bull. That'll belt the sugar content up for the rest
Oh,
of the
they're
night.
the Thai ones. Did you buy them here or you brought them over?
Bought them here.
Oh,
There's a Laotian grocery shop, a Lao grocery shop. Not far in where is it? Oh, 3 or 4 kilometres down the road here, just past Bayswater. And there's it's a lot of Lao food, and we go down there, occasionally, and you can get, it's almost as cheap as Thailand. You can get 10 of the Emeroy Harsibs for $9.90, $10, $1 a bottle.
$1 bottle, yeah.
Well, you can't blow at that. You just leave them all in the fridge and grab one when you want. I mean, a bit flat. It'd be great on a hot day, I reckon. Great on a hot day. I was pumping it into me over in Thailand. I like my Red Bulls. I was having a couple a day and going off to a bar or something. You got the little honeys each side of you, and you walk in and what do you what do you order? You order a Red Bull straight up. Oh, good. They give you a dirty look. Straight into the Red Bulls, and then you start drinking Sang-Som water, and I think what's going on here.
Yeah, they like the energy drinks over there.
Oh, it's plenty of them. But like the Red Bull here in Australia, it's nothing like the Red Bull you get in Thailand.
Oh, okay.
It's like the one we get here. You sort of get a supermarket. It's a fizzy drink. It's an aerated drink. Whereas the one in Thailand, it's a small bottle like this. Just a little tiny bottle, not even that big.
Yeah.
A little tiny bottle, and it's sort of concentrated. Good on you, Steve. You get into it, mate. You too, Shano. Have a bit of a feed, mate. Get it into you. Only thing a good man can do in life is eat properly. Go for it.
Yeah, see you later, fellas.
Game must be working.
Looking forward to this all celebrating.
What are you into, Ray?
Long Branch.
Yeah?
Oh, Long Branch bourbon. I'm one of them at the moment.
Nice.
And that shit box I've been working on for the last year and a half. I can walk out there now and hit the key and it'll turn over one fucking turn and sit there and idle like a kitten. Yeah. I'm just fucking wrapped all good to that state, so far, so keep the shit. Glad to see the end of that and a lump in my bank account, that's for sure. Yeah.
Shano's got to be working.
Been fucking
Yeah.
He'll be working if he's not going to a meal break.
He'll be on the afternoon shift on the trams.
Yeah, right.
You get all the drunks coming on after being out.
That'll be fun. You reckon we're in for a cold one this week, Zinny?
Yeah, I saw next week, I think from Tuesday onwards, 13, 14.
A cold one, just to get warm.
God.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
I think our maximum's going to be a lot hotter than your. Our minimum's going to be a lot hotter.
Yeah.
Warmer than your bloody maximum.
Southeastern Australia they've copped it this year.
Go for it, Joe. Go for it, mate. He's been up all night watching the soccer. Good on you, mate.
Go the draw. I want the draw.
Portugal's got a pretty good show, haven't they?
Yeah, they're playing well without Ronaldo.
What's that?
Portugal.
Yeah, right. How many more games is there?
There's 2 quarterfinals.
And semi-finals.
And then there'll be semi-finals and the final, yeah.
Well, man, pretty Aussies got out to us so early, but anyway, shit happens.
Yeah, they did well. I mean, geez. The whole Aussie team's worth one Argentinian player, So,
they sort of
you know,
take it pretty seriously over there. You get fucking shot if you if you miss a goal over there.
that's all they got.
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
think the whole Australian team's worth when Argentina play? As
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
money they get paid.
The transfer cost.
Oh,
Their
right.
last transfer, yeah.
Cheapest.
Oh,
I mean, a lot of them play in the A-League. A lot of them play in second tier in England, Scotland. Yeah, it's not the best team we've ever had, but they've done well.
there's the one that bloody they put him in palliative care. Was that Diego Maradona?
No, Pelé. Diego's dead.
Pelé, yeah, right.
Yeah, I think he's 80. Is he 81 or 80?
Yeah, he's had a good life, a good career. A lot of good athletes over there. There's a fucking good-
Yeah, unbelievable. They're just gifted. They're naturally gifted.
Oh yeah.
Watching that Messi the other night when he played, the Aussies.
Mm.
He was just playing with us, like at one stage, like, Jesus, this bloke's talented, but he's worshipped, isn't he?
Yeah, they reckon he's the greatest of all time. I don't know, but for me, Pelé, but or Maradona.
Mm.
But anyway, it's hard to compare players in different eras.
Nothing like Ron Barassi, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a fucking sport. Super fit.
I mean, back in the old days, John, the AFL players had a smoke at half time.
Yeah.
They had to buy their own clothes. They had to buy their own jumpers. Sitting there with half time,
That state of origin cruise I went on the Pacific Dawn that time, the first one. Yeah, there was bloody what's his name? Blocker Roach. He was on there. Yeah. Anyway, they had a sort of in the theatre. They had like a row of chairs, a lot of because they had probably about 4 ex bloody players, the state of origin players, and each side just mingling with the people. It was just part of the atmosphere. It was that the state of origin cruise. Anyway, they had a bit of a talk, and they were just sort of reminiscing some of their things that they were, they remember. Anyway, Blocker Roach was saying, he says, I couldn't believe it. He says, I bloody my first game was at Lang Park in Brisbane. He says, and the first game I was in, he says, I was with my mentor. He says, I couldn't have been more fucking proud. He says, it was awesome. He says, 5 minutes into the fucking game, he says he got knocked out. He says, what the fuck? I got myself into here.
He was a big bloke.
He's not bad. I talk to him. Actually, they're all those guys are pretty down to earth. Petro Seven, Steve Price, all those guys. They're fucking funny, eh? But then he reckons he asked Hop away. He says, "Hey Hop, how many tackles he get this game?" He's just sniffing his fingers, going 1, 2, 3.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Waddy.
Oh, well, guys, I'm going to call that a day. I'll leave you to it, Ray. Thanks for joining us, City.
Thanks, John.
Leave you to it, gentlemen.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
Good night, Ray. Good night, Sim. See you, fellas. Take care.
See you, John. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awesome fucking cruise, eh?
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be like those footy nights I used to go to.
Yeah, it was too. We did 2 of them, but the only bad part about the whole cruise was the bloody the seats they allocate for you down at the bloody stadium in Sydney. Fucking sucked. Fucking hell.
Okay.
Nosebleeds, and we had the second time we went down, we got gold seats. We paid extra.
Yeah.
Even worse. The 6 stories. The fucking second one, we were behind the bloody, those spotlights that shine down on the. Oh man, it was fucking. You could barely see me in the binoculars.
Bloody hell.
No, but anyway, it was just the atmosphere. We went on the bus, and a lot of other people from the ship went on train. Anyway, they got halfway there, and some silly poor bastard got run over by a bloody train, so they didn't go any further. So they missed the game.
Shit.
Yeah, but anyway, just in the atmosphere, it was just a lot of fun, funny, just sitting around talking to those guys. They're good guys, They just all of that. They were getting paid just to mingle with people.
Yeah, that's right. It's a cash gig for them.
Yeah, well, New South Wales players, all those, they're all there. But Pedro Thai, I've met him before. But Steve Price, he was a nice bloke. I had a few conversations with him.
He passed away, didn't he, recently? Did he pass away, Steve Price? Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else.
No, he's all right. He's not real quiet.
All right, I've just got to jump off for a sec, okay?
Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, no, well, see what happens. He gets back on, and I might shut it down myself, I think. I'm enjoying a couple of bourbons, but well, it's the time. It's only called 8. I'll be quarter to 9 down there. Yeah, fucking hell. I tried to send you a picture before Saul, but they wouldn't let me send it. It was a little bit too graphic. Oh, who's still with us? Let me have a look. Gonna scroll through something. Yeah, no, well, give me 5 minutes when I come back. I'll shut it in. I'm going to sit. I'm not real good sitting here on the 8. Scroll back in the chat now. Look. Yeah, I'll leave it going. Might shut it down, I think. Well, anyway, I might, I'll catch us all later anyway. Thanks for calling in and saying good day. I don't think there's too many left in the chat anyway. Well, yeah, see you all later. Catch up.